What if I told you that one of history's greatest philosophers was a homeless man who lived in a jar, insulted kings, and literally threw a plucked chicken at his rivals? Meet Diogenes of Sinope, the ancient rebel who turned poverty into power and challenged everything we think we know about the good life. Diogenes was born in Sinope of Pontus around 412 BCE, during a time when Greek city-states valued wealth, status, and reputation above almost everything else. His father, Icesius, was a banker and the official in charge of the local mint. Young Diogenes seemed destined for a comfortable, respectable life in finance. But fate had other plans. Their lives changed dramatically when they were accused of debasing the currency, essentially creating counterfeit money. Whether Diogenes was guilty or his father acted alone remains unclear, but the scandal forced Diogenes into exile. He arrived in Athens penniless and disgraced, but instead of wallowing in shame, he experienced a revelation. He decided his true mission wasn't to debase actual coins, but to deface the counterfeit values of society itself. Money, fame, status, all fake currency. Freedom, truth, nature, that's the real gold. In Athens, Diogenes became a student of Antisthenes, founder of the Cynic school of philosophy. But Diogenes took cynicism to extremes nobody expected. He made his home inside a massive ceramic jar in the marketplace, proving that humans don't need palaces to be happy. He owned virtually nothing, ate simple food, and rejected every social convention he encountered. His most famous stunt involved walking through Athens in broad daylight carrying a lit lantern. When people asked what he was doing, he'd reply, "I'm looking for an honest man." In a city full of politicians, merchants, and self-proclaimed wise men, Diogenes was searching for authenticity in a world drowning in hypocrisy. He never found what he was looking for. But perhaps his boldest moment came when Alexander the Great, the most powerful man in the known world, came to visit him. Alexander found Diogenes lounging in the sun and asked if there was anything he desired. The philosopher's response, "Yes, stand out of my light." While others would have begged for gold or favors, Diogenes valued his sunlight more than any worldly power. Alexander reportedly said afterward, "If I were not Alexander, I would wish to be Diogenes." The relationship between these two men reveals something profound. Alexander conquered the known world, but remained a slave to ambition. Diogenes owned nothing but was completely free. Who was richer? Diogenes wasn't always certain he could live with nothing. Legend says he once watched a mouse running around, noticing it didn't need a bed, wasn't afraid of the dark, and didn't care about fancy food. If a tiny mouse could be happy with just the basics, he realized, so could a human. This simple observation became the foundation of his entire philosophy. His life took an unexpected turn when pirates captured him and sold him as a slave in Corinth. When the auctioneer asked what he was good at, Diogenes replied with characteristic wit, "I'm good at ruling men. Sell me to someone who needs a master." A wealthy man named Xeniades bought him, and Diogenes ended up tutoring Xeniades' sons. He became a beloved part of the family, proving that even in chains, a free mind is never enslaved. Plato once described Diogenes as a Socrates gone mad, and their rivalry produced some of philosophy's funniest moments. When Plato defined humans as featherless bipeds, Diogenes plucked a chicken, brought it into Plato's academy, and declared, "Behold, I have brought you a man." Plato had to revise his definition to include having broad, flat nails. It was ancient Greece's greatest philosophical mic drop. Even Diogenes' death remains shrouded in mystery and legend. Some say he died from an infected dog bite. Others claim he ate raw octopus and succumbed to food poisoning. The strangest version suggests he simply decided it was time and held his breath until he died. His final wish was characteristically unconventional: throw his body outside the city walls for the dogs to eat. But the people of Corinth loved him too much. They built him a magnificent tomb topped with a marble dog. Diogenes lived over 2,000 years ago, yet his message resonates louder than ever in our age of Instagram influencers and consumer culture. We're still chasing fake currency, valuing possessions over purpose, and mistaking comfort for happiness. Diogenes asks us uncomfortable questions. What do we really need? What makes us truly free? Are we living authentically or performing for others? This homeless philosopher who owned nothing left us everything that matters: the courage to question society's values, the wisdom to distinguish real wealth from counterfeit, and the freedom that comes from needing nothing. In a world obsessed with having more, Diogenes proved that true richness comes from wanting less. His lantern still burns, searching for honest people in a world that desperately needs them.